Hello, this is an update on Jacob Adram's row. Here's the latest position. This talk is almost live. And what's happened here is the wind has gotten too strong. It looks like the wind just got too strong to turn where he intended to. Let's just look at that wind. For one thing, you can turn on. We had a satellite pass just went by, and that was like here and here. And you see that's orange. That's orange. So that's 25 knots. That's solid 20 above 25 knots right in here. And this is a measurement of this is about 3 hours ago. But this is a windy Zin, which is very strong. The other thing we can look at is right here. If I update that, these are the weather reports from Cairns, Australia, sort of equivalent to the U.S. NOAA Weather Radio. This is their coastal report in Cairns coastal waters where he is. South to southeasterly 20 to 25. Reaching up to 30 north of Cairns. And there he is heading up north of Cairns. Then tomorrow it's about the same. But so there's several things involved. We also see that, by the way, if we just look here, this is the latest FV3 GFS. Here's the present position of where he is right now. And we see that in the models. If I click up there at the end of Monday, GMT, and this wind here is like 25 knots. But if we go on up here, well, Wednesday, not going to be there Wednesday, but but the winds are indeed strong in that area. So, and it could well be that it almost certainly is, too strong to turn left in those conditions. So I don't know. He's obviously too busy to be writing emails right now. He's working hard. So I don't know what the plans are. But I have heard from an earlier email that in these strong winds, he could actually row upwind. Now it's going to be very slow. But he can sometimes row right upwind, or maybe like on the bow. So there could be a chance that he's coming up here to then turn around and try to come back down here in this very strong wind. But I'm not sure about that at all. We just don't know. The other option is you just have to go slow. Then at some point, go as slow as he can and come up here, and then come across. I'm not sure he has to, if he's planning to give up on Cairns and go further north. I don't know yet. I would doubt. I think his goal is still Cairns if possible. And so we'll have to watch. These are now every hour we see new information. The other thing I want to point out is in original plot I had drawn an anchor here, and I just realized I had to erase that anchor. That anchor is not part of an official chart. That was just some silly icon I put there because some earlier, long ago email, he had talked about maybe anchoring out here before coming back into here. But the more I thought about that, if you look at this land, this terrain, and by the way, the Australian ENC charts, that's the ones I'm using now, official ENC charts from Australia. These are, in this regard, not all regards, but in this regard, they're nicer than the U.S. charts because they're showing the terrain. And when you see this terrain here, this is a relatively high hill, 400 meters, that's 1,200 feet. 1,200 feet high, these things here, real high over here. So if this huge wind coming out of here like this, I can't imagine that this is very good. It could be that this is focused in here. Maybe it's 20 out here, maybe 30 in here. So I don't know if this is a logical place to anchor at all. But that may be a secondary thought at the moment. So here we go. We're watching this. If he has to go further up, waiting for a little break, then I'll put on another chart to show. But I don't see a break in the next day or so from this 20, 25 knot winds. Could maybe lay down at night some. I'm not sure. So that's the report. I'll try to keep up reports as we see things, but I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this, same as I am, trying to just have anticipate what route might be under control. Again, there are. This is close enough to Cairns that I'm assuming that there were some boats out to meet him in that area, but I don't know at all. But I don't know that fact at all.